Good afternoon. I'm Mike Bishop, and I am in American Speaks. I appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time this afternoon because I'd like to talk to you about some things very important to America. And I'm speaking to you from our office here where Tony Rose and I spend our days advocating for the protection of religious freedom and constitutional rights. We also do a lot of effort in monitoring and keeping up with the social and political issues that quite frankly are affecting the moral fiber of our nation. These issues that we're addressing threaten the security and the well-being of our children. It's breaking down the family structure, and it's diminishing the core values and the basic principles that our country was founded on. So this is all very important to us. And I want to give you an example. Most everybody is aware these days of the transgender bathroom issue. That issue has dominated our media. It has dominated the time of our government, both federal and state. It has caused total chaos across this nation. Now, who would have ever thought that in America we would dedicate this much time, effort, and energy to debating whether men should be able to go into ladies' and little girls' bathrooms, shower facilities, dressing facilities? How did it get this far? Quite simply, this is just one example of hundreds of issues that's threatening America today. And I think I have a pretty simple answer to that. First of all, I believe that you, an everyday American, a good Christian person, probably does not agree with this liberal movement that's sweeping our country today. And this movement is confusing and taking control of our government, our military, our school and education, our commerce, and yes, folks, even our churches. It's like a runaway train out of control. And this train is hauling this very proactive, very effective, very organized minority group that is literally steamrolling over the silent majority of Americans. We've got to stop that train because this is not good for America. I believe that you as an American citizen is working hard every day. You're making a living, you're raising your family, you're taking care of things important to you. You don't always have the time or feel that you have the time to dedicate to these issues. There's other Americans out there that are just literally beat down. They're frustrated. They've given up on this whole system. And then there's another group of folks that just say, you know, we can't make a difference. We got to be politically correct. We can't hurt people's feelings. We can't stand up. And what's happened through all of this is we've become the silent majority. Folks, we need to stand up. And I've got to tell you, through my own personal experiences, I've reached the point where I'm not going to be silent anymore. Tony and I put together a year ago an American Speaks. And the purpose of that was to take a stand, to stand up for America, to stand up for the values that made our nation great. How do we do this? Well, first of all, I'm available to come speak to people. I speak to churches, to schools, to civic clubs, to veterans groups, to town hall meetings. I'll go anywhere, anytime, and talk to any group. What we want to do is we want to encourage you to speak up. We encourage everybody to live, to speak, to vote the traditional American values. We also maintain a website. Tony works very hard with social media through Facebook to keep you well aware of all the issues, the things that are happening out there, because we want you involved. We've created a 3-step plan that is very simple that we want to share with you. This plan starts off by talking about the immediate. We fold into an intermediate plan, and then we go into long range, because talking about the immediate, we've got time right now to make a difference. 5 months before this election, and yes, the national agenda is set, we know that, but we can still affect that, and we want the best possible outcome out of what we have to work with. But then when you come on down to the state level and the local level, you can make a difference. You've got time right now. Many cities in your state allow you to register up until late summer to run for office. So you can recruit people that you believe in, you can run yourself. And the main thing is we've got plenty of time to get everybody that you know registered to vote. That's what we want you to do. You've got to do that. Also, through our social networking, you can keep up with these agendas and these things that are happening, and we'll keep you posted on different resource materials that you can lean on to take care of that. Then, the second phase is once the elections are over, then we have to be sure that we hold the people that we put into office accountable. And that we do that by keeping up with how they're voting. and we make sure that they hear from us when they're not voting the way they promised they would do for you. The last thing is long-range planning. We're going to keep in touch with these issues of the day. We'll keep you aware of that. We're going to, in just 24 months from November, there will be a midterm election. So if things aren't going well, we're going to work hard to make it better. Folks, we're doing all of this for you. We have dedicated ourselves to work for you and make America a better place. But we do need some help, and I'm going to ask you to do 4 things this afternoon. First of all, I want you to pray. I want you and your family and your church to pray for America. I want you to pray for your home state. I want you to pray for your community, and I definitely want you to pray for An American Speaks, that we have the strength and the courage and the sustainability to continue this movement that we've started. Number 2, and I'll tell you, this is the hardest one for me, I'm going to ask for financial support. When Tody and I started this effort over a year ago, we pledged to commit our careers, the remainder of our working days, to this movement. We have funded this effort for over a year by ourselves. We need your help, and there's several ways you can do that. First of all, visit our website. If you go on there and you feel inclined to make a donation, you can do it right there on the website. It's anamericanspeaks.com. We have some attractive gifts for people that contribute to us. Also, if you work with a company or if you're part of an organization that believes the way we do and want to see us succeed with these movements, we encourage you to ask them to donate to us. We are a 501c3, so every donation is tax deductible, and we would appreciate the help. The third thing I'm going to ask you to do is to invite me to your community. Let me come speak to your church, to your civic club, to the veterans groups in your community, to a town hall meeting. It doesn't matter. We will come and do a presentation to you and to your community. I'm telling you with total conviction, I'm so concerned about future generations. I want to make sure that our children and our grandchildren have the same freedoms and opportunities that we've grown up with. But folks, I'm also convinced that is not going to happen unless we step up right now and stop some of these crazy things that's going on. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your willingness to help us. I hope we do hear from you. Good afternoon, and God bless you.